Hey, right now, we're all up in arms about a lot of senseless unalivings, senseless attacks that are going on. And I want people to understand that there's a lot more things like that going on in our everyday communities. Hi, I've definitely been a part of one. I didn't understand until everything unfolded how big and how much me not only being educated, but having a voice made a difference. And they tried to silence it. A part of my job, I took an oath to not only not do any harm, but I literally took care of people's lives every single day. Every shift that I worked was in my hands. So if I saw things that either A could harm myself, could harm my coworkers, or could ultimately harm my patients, of course I was going to speak up for them. Of course I was going to advocate. Of course I was going to do the right thing. However, when that right thing became wrong in others' eyes, that's when things became a problem. Things weren't an issue when I was low on the totem pole. I had no say, no pull, no power. But as I moved up in the ranks and ultimately at one point became an assistant director of nursing and a director of nursing of a building, I put things into play. I set goals, I set boundaries, I set standards. That was a problem. See, because having responsibility also meant that you had to have accountability. And I refused to have to keep taking the backlash and or the responsibility of things that I honestly didn't have any control over when it came to certain things. So if I'm going to be ultimately responsible for it, then that means I'm also going to step in and make sure that things are put into place that if it ultimately does follow me, then hey, I'm saying we gave it a good oomph. It was what it was, no problem. I'll take that. But I'm not taking something for something I literally have no control over. Other people are always overriding me or undermining me. But I'm the one constantly on the hook. No. I was tried so many times, so many ways. You name it, they said I did it. Always beat, said allegations of whatever. Oh, she was mean to this person. Debunked. Nothing went further. Oh, she did that over here. There was no recollection of it. Never happened. Like it was just thing after thing after thing after thing, and nothing ever prevailed. So they did the very last thing that they knew they could do. They lied. They lied real bad. But this time they lied when it came to something permanent. They lied and said I stole someone's identity. They lied and said I stole someone's credentials, and so on and so forth. Mind you, the whole time I'm like, hello, what are we talking about here? Like, is this serious? Like, am I being pranked? Is Ashton Kutcher finna jump out of somewhere? Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, y'all really want to play? This is what y'all saying? Okay. It took me a little bit to process it. And once I processed it and I realized what was being alleged, of course I'm gonna fight back. Like, why would I take that laying down when one, it's my life, two, it's my accomplishments, and three, I would never, ever think to do anything of that nature because for what? It's not unobtainable. All I had to do was go to school. And that's what I did. Mind you, I'm not born in North Carolina. I'm born in California. I've lived in California naturally because I was born there, lived in Maryland, also lived in North Carolina. I've had nursing licenses in more than one state. I was not originally licensed in the state that my current licensure is in. There was all kind of different things that needed to be crossed, checked, so on and so forth. Nah, none of that was done. Literally June 6th, 7th, or 8th, somewhere in that ballpark, it all started. And by June 30th, there was a warrant for my arrest for identity theft and what was the other one? I want to say it was practicing medicine without a license. No. Practicing medicine without a North Carolina license. That's important. I don't want these videos getting too long, so I'm going to go ahead and part two.